Welcome traders, this is Vishal and you are watching the Nifty Short Term View, episode number 22. What happened today was pretty evident that market did open gap up after yesterday's pullback, and the first candle which we can see is a shooting star. And just to put more light on this particular candle, I would just like to share with you, this is my Twitter handle. You can see in the morning I had tweeted that Nifty futures hourly chart price has open gapped up, trend is down in short-term charts, and I had marked this particular resistance and clearly told that price may have open gap up, but we are near a resistance band, so just take that thing into consideration. Now I think this particular candle was not even close. That is the time when I posted this tweet, and after that market has started coming down, and we saw that almost 131 points market did corrected. Nifty futures did correct in intraday today. Now let's look at the daily time frame charts. Now in the daily time frame charts, we can see trend is down, but here is the support band. Now the support band is from 17,042 to 16,805. Apart from this support band, which we can also see this 200 days simple moving average. So now we can see twice, once on the 14th of Feb and second is on 22nd Feb, two times market has bounced back pretty nicely from this particular moving average. So currently, yes, we are at a confluence zone, but the way prices are moving, I think the volatility has contracted in this much time period in last few days, and generally volatility expands after the contraction. But for the expansion of volatility, for a trend to come in, I think the price will need to close below 16,800 levels, at least for a couple of days. If that happens, we could, probably inch towards the next low, which is 16,430 and maybe even lower. But we need to close below 16,800. Without that, it is not possible. If you look at the hourly charts, even in the hourly charts, now the trend is down, but in the hourly charts, we have a resistance band at the higher level, which is from 17,400 to 17,223. And in the hourly charts, I think you can see this is a support band from 17,007 to possibly 16,973. So this small support band, which is existing in the hourly chart, I think this support band is coexisting with the support band in the daily chart. So this is also a strong support. So there are too many supports coming up in the hourly chart. Then in the daily chart, we have this large horizontal support band, and then we have the 200 days moving average. And if you look closely to this RSI of the daily chart, it is pretty much sideways. Okay. So there is no momentum over here, but yes, volatility has contracted. Again, as I told, if we close below the 16,800 levels with a big red candle, not just a small candle, then probably momentum can kick in and we can test 16,400 and probably even lower. Till this thing doesn't happen, we are pretty much range bound. Trade as less as possible. All right, trade as less as possible. Now I would like to share my thoughts on Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty futures are pretty much flat in terms of trend, because the state of trend of Nifty futures was down, but Bank Nifty is flat. It lacks momentum. Even the RSI is going sideways. Only one thing which I can see since 21st of Feb, that prices are not able to sustain at higher levels. Okay, but only this particular development, which is happening since, I can say, 21st Feb, this much of development in price is not enough to push this particular index down. We will need prices to close below at least 36,900. This will be the first sign that Bank Nifty futures are ready to go down, and the second crack should happen below this particular low, 36,400. So once we have a close below 36,900, that will be possibly a sign that markets are getting now weaker even more further, And once it closes below 36,400 with a big red candle, then possibly we'll be seeing even lower levels. Until and unless that doesn't happen, you can see we are range bound. This is a range. On the upside, I've drawn a trend line, and even on the downside, this looks like a triangle. So we are pretty much range bound within this particular pattern, and trade as less as possible, because until and unless there is no clear direction, there is no clear trend, it will not be easy for traders to make money. All right. So I hope my educational video has been helpful for you, because the motive of the video is to help fellow traders to understand and gauge the overall trend of the market. Trade less and trade wisely. Thank you.